I wonder if you might take a moment just to talk us through your framework, the universal.
Yeah.
What is it? Universal design. I keep going to say diversity, and I know that's not right.
Sound check. Check 1, check 2.
Can you talk us through the attributes of what you've put together?
Yeah, Universal Design for Voice Teaching is the title of it. It really comes out of Universal Design for Learning, which was designed by the Center for Applied Special Technology, based in Massachusetts, out of Harvard University. And their big thing is how does the brain work and how does the brain function in how people learn? There are 3 categories for that. The first one is engagement, the second one is representation, and the third one is action and expression. But basically all that means is like, why do we want it? Like, what's the why of learning? What's the what of learning? And then the how of learning. So engagement will deal with motivation, and representation will deal with the presentation of information. And then the action and expression will deal with how then a learner, or in this case, a singer, is demonstrating that they've learned stuff or learned a task or something along those lines. So the framework that I have taken and kind of enhanced for the studio has to do with these singer cues, and I'll list them off here. They're in the engagement, the like why category, we have I choose this, I can do this, and I own this. In the representation category, we have I identify this, I understand this, I connect this to that. And then in the action and expression category, we have I do it like this, I express it like this, and I progress like this. And the reason those are called singer cues, and they're all in the first person, so they're all using I identity language, which is ultimately for the singer that is in front of us, that we're looking for the ways in which they cue these things. That they cue their engagement in a way that say, I choose this. They don't have to use those words by any means, but we learn to identify that this is how this singer is going to cue this part of their learning process. And ultimately the goal is to get them to understand how they progress themselves.
When you practically apply that in the singing studio, what does that look like?
It's very like you were saying earlier, this like two-way conversation. I think about it as this cue loop. So I will notice that we stick with the very first category, that there's a singer who doesn't even seem to be like they really want to be in the room during like that day. So I might like veer completely away from singing and talk about something in their life, or ask them like, how was your day? Or like, what did you have for lunch? Or something in that conversation, which can then stir us and lead us in a way that will ultimately get them to choose that I want to sing this today, or I want to work on this material. If we think about like the representation category, that middle one, which is really about how I am ultimately giving a lot of the information or sharing with students ways in which to help them build certain technical function. It might be like I'm talking at this student a lot and they're just like staring me blank in the face, or I'll be like, what did I just say? And they'll like not be able to really repeat it. I'll be like, okay, I got to remember. Actually, instead of talking, this student likes pictures. So I'm going to show them pictures on my computer, or I'm going to draw something on the whiteboard, or I'm going to have them draw it. Or this student actually really likes to be physical in their exploration of the voice. So we're going to do an interpretive dance through this song or through this piece, or I'm going to have them like physicalize what they think that a head voice sound would look like at this moment in the song. There's a lot of really creative ways in which we can engage with singers, but if you just watch a lot of their physical expression, their eyes, I think eyes communicate a lot.
Yeah.
Almost like the window to our soul.
Yes.
If someone's eyes are just looking over here or staring blankly at you, you'll know pretty quickly whether or not they're engaged.